George is in need of a second date update this morning, and we're going to try to help him out. Hi, George. How are you?
Hey, guys. Thank you for taking my call.
Yeah.
Welcome in. Want to start with how you met Natalie, and then we'll get into how the first date went and all that?
For sure. So we met online, and then we went out on 2 great dates. The first time we met for lunch, and that was just like a really great, get to know you couple of hours.
Nice.
Went really well. So we made plans for dinner and some Topgolf.
Dinner
fun.
and Topgolf.
Yeah.
That's a fun date, though. Topgolf is like it's easy.
Mm-hmm.
It's always like something going on. It doesn't have to last forever.
It's an activity.
Yeah.
Some people like activities. They get nervous just sitting and talking. Sitting and talking is a lot for some people.
Yeah, we both had a great time. I mean, maybe it was just me. But apparently if she's not calling me back, maybe it was just me. I thought we were firing on all cylinders. We had lots of common interests, same sense of humor. We laughed a lot. There was chemistry, lots of flirting. We're both golfers, and she's got a really nice swing. And
That's such a golfer thing to say.
She's got such a
It's
great
a sweet
swing.
She's got a great swing. That's a great swing. That's a huge compliment.
oh, yeah, and I told her that generally I don't like to golf with women as they take more strokes, so it can slow down the game.
More strokes. Sorry.
But I said I would play with her, so I totally meant it as a compliment, but maybe she didn't take it that way.
I was going to say, did you want to walk that back, or or you want to leave it there? Well, you listen. I mean, you'd like to think you were at a point where if it rubbed her the wrong way, she would have said something.
Yeah, I would like to hope so, but,
Maybe not.
To me, that's the only thing that I feel like maybe went wrong, but she did laugh when I said it.
Right.
Okay.
How long were you guys at Topgolf? I mean, that could be like a really long date or a short one. Were you there for a while?
Yeah, we were there like 2-3 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Once you start whacking the balls.
Whacking balls. Whacking balls.
Sorry, that's too much. But yeah, anyway.
It's just like, you seem nice, but everything was a double entendre. He's kind of pervy.
That's
I
just
don't
how
know.
golf is, though, dude. That's like when you watch it on the TV and they're yelling, "Get in the hole!" It's just so funny.
So how'd the date end?
Same way as the first one, kiss goodnight, and I'll be in touch. And I've been in touch, and haven't gotten anything as a response.
Okay.
Okay.
Why don't we take a break? When we come back, we'll call her up, see what she really thought of you and her second date. So this is like a third date update because you've already been on 2 dates. They actually went on 2 dates. First date was a lunch that went well enough that they made plans for dinner and Topgolf. What's great about George and Natalie is not only do they have a lot in common, they both love golf. He said she's got a great swing. But they have the
compliment.
same, that's a huge compliment,
Big.
but they have a very similar sense of humor, which I think is so important.
Agreed. Because it sucks to be like really saying funny stuff
Right.
and not getting any reaction.
For sure. Anyway, after the date, it ended like the first date. There was a kiss, I'll be in touch kind of thing. And he tried to get in touch, and there's been no response from her. So we're going to call her up and see what she's been up to, see what's been distracting her and keeping her from getting back to George. You have anything else you want to add, George?
No, I hope you can get a hold of her.
Let's give her a shot, see what happens.
Hello?
Hi, is this Natalie?
Yes, it is.
It's Jeff, Jen, Fritz, and Tim at Q102. How are you?
Seriously?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm good.
We getting you at a bad time?
No, I love you guys.
Well, thank
Well,
you. I
we
love
love you
that.
too.
That helps.
It does.
I'm so glad you said that because this is a second date update call. I'm going to level with you. We spoke to George. and he hasn't heard from you in a bit. And he'd like to hopefully see you again if you're open to it. He really enjoyed your last 2 meetups and was thinking, he was second guessing himself. He thought maybe he said or did something that put you off. And if so, he'd like an opportunity to clear it up.
Okay, yeah. I did ghost George for good reason.
For a good reason.
Yeah.
What did he say?
What'd he do?
Okay, so I think I'm just looking for someone with a little different moral standards.
Different moral standards.
I will say, like, after the first date, everything was really good. I thought I was into him. But on the second date, we were telling stories about things that we used to do, and he was talking about back before he was looking for a serious relationship and things that he did to avoid awkward dating situations.
Okay.
Which he described as things like women wanting to know where the relationship was heading.
Okay.
So he decided that he would just date older married women
Oh.
and went on Ashley Madison. And he just said it all like so nonchalantly, like it was no big deal.
What?
And to me, that is a huge deal. And I think it speaks to his character and in a really awful way.
What?
How long ago was-
This is when he was single.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
No. I'm not justifying it.
clarifying.
I'm trying to clarify. You're saying that he did this when he was single.
yes.
He didn't want the complications and responsibility of a relationship, so he thought if he had an affair with someone who was married and didn't want to blow up their marriage.
And she wouldn't be asking him where the relationship is heading.
Right. Then
Yeah.
he would always have that easy exit at his disposal.
Right. So it was just his way of avoiding ever having to have that conversation.
That's brilliant.
Jeff.
Oh,
Behave.
That was a joke.
Just kidding.
Okay, so that's it for you then. That's the main thing that bugged you about that. That's what changed things for you,
yeah, that was enough.
right?
I don't know how I would feel about that. Like, what do you
I would
do?
ask, how long ago was that? Was it 2 years
Oh,
ago or
but
was it
still.
15 years ago?
George, how long ago was that?
That was 10 years ago.
I feel like he's padding.
I do too.
How old were
Was that
you at the
before
time?
or after the hack?
Yeah, what were you,
No,
10?
Come on. I was 22 years old. She had asked about my dating history. And, I was 22. I didn't do it for long. Everyone is an idiot at 22. And I
Agreed.
stopped
True.
after a while.
Yeah, I don't want to be judged for the stuff I was doing at 22, but I
For
also
sure.
wasn't on Ashley Madison.
For sure.
I don't have a profile there anymore, okay?
Do you find
You're
it
out.
like telling? Is it like, so is it bothering you that the future is, if he's done this kind of thing before, he'll do it again? Or are you just like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you were on there?
Okay, well, a couple of things. Number one, I'm just going to say not everybody was an idiot at 22. I was definitely not dating married men. And I think it does go to character. If you're willing to do that, that's something that's in your character. Like, not everybody is looking for a way to explain or not have to explain why they don't want a relationship. And maybe that's something you leave out when you're discussing things if it's not your character.
All right, but, people change. You're not the same person you were 10 years ago.
I would say I made a lot
you
of judgment
special?
calls when I was 22, and I did a lot of things at 22 that I would never do now.
Same.
Never, ever. And they are things that would certainly cause people to question my character. That's why I'll never run for a political office. One
But
of the
when do
many
you
reasons.
reveal those things? We talk about
I don't
that all
know.
the time.
Do you ever? I
like
mean,
this guy, like, should he say to everybody, oh my gosh, I used to be on Ashley Madison?
No.
Or is that something we
how
could have
much
just,
time has to pass before it's
or
something
could
you
we have
admit?
just gone into the sunset together without knowing?
Yeah.
I thought maybe she'd find it cool. I don't know.
That's where I have the issue.
Oh my God, dude, that is so cool.
There is that Netflix documentary, so that was cool for like a hot minute.
Oh my God. Wow. Okay, well, like you said, George, people grow. I mean, I will argue too, if you're getting into a relationship with someone in the spirit of honesty and transparency, I have shared things that I'm not proud of. And I do try to preface it by saying this was not my finest moment.
Right.
And this is not a decision I would make today. However, there was a time when I fill in the blank.
And, whatever decisions you did make at that time, for whatever reason, you believed it was the right decision for you in that moment. It was the best you could do with what you had and what you knew and what you believed in that moment.
Yeah. Maybe I should have waited till the third date.
Yes. I think maybe.
I don't know that it would have made a difference. She sounds pretty entrenched in her position. Well, I'm sorry. But thank you for taking the call, Natalie. We're glad you're a fan of the show. We're happy to have you. Thank you for being a part of our radio family. And George, best of luck to you. Thank you for putting yourself out there.
Thank you for trying,
Thank
guys.
you, guys.
You got it.
All right. What?